Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back. Andrew Pauling with you on the SSC Digital Network as we prepare for Game 2 of today's doubleheader. The Mocs taking the field, but first let's take a look at the lineup for Game 2 from the visiting Tampa Spartans, not Tampa Bay, the University of Tampa Spartans. Leading off is Nick Winkelmeyer, the second baseman. Hitting second is E.J. Kumbo, the DH. Drew Earhart, the third baseman, hits third. Jamarcus Lyons, the left fielder's in the cleanup spot. John Malcolm, the first baseman, hits fifth. Luke Glancy, the right fielder, hits sixth. In the bottom third of J.D. Urso, the shortstop. Josh Ruley, the catcher. And Jose Cadenas, the center fielder. That is the lineup for the visiting Spartans. And the lineup for your Florida Southern Mocs, who improved their record to 12-9, 11-8 in conference play with the win earlier in Game 1 of this doubleheader. Leading off is the center fielder Vaughn Brown. Colin Kammerig, the second baseman, hits second. Connor Berry, the third baseman, hits third. Zach Scott gets his first career start at shortstop. He's in the cleanup spot. The traditional Mocs third baseman slides over to short today. Tor Sainert, the right fielder, hits fifth. Nick Wells, the left fielder, is hitting sixth. The bottom third of Jared Candy, the DH, who gets his first at-bats of the year, one of the two-way players in this lineup. Cody Duke, the catcher, and Jeff LaCory, who gets his first start at first base. So the Mocs with three two-way players in this lineup, Kammerig, Candy, and LaCory. And there has never been a time in my 4 years here that we have had three two-way guys in the same lineup, but this team trying to show how adaptable and athletic they are as they are overcoming various injuries, and all these guys definitely deserving of the opportunity. We've seen Kammerig step up multiple times. LaCory had a hit and some nice defensive plays in Game 1. And Candy was a two-way player last year, but has just been focusing as a pitcher this year, and now he gets his first at-bats of the year. That's the lineup and defense for the Mocs. Behind starting pitcher J.J. Necro, one of the dozen seniors to be honored at Senior Day earlier before Game 1. First pitch of the game to Winkelmeyer's down low, ball one, and we are underway. 5:40 local time for Game 2. Mocs picked up the win in Game 1 about 40 minutes ago by a final of 12-5. 11 hits for Florida Southern. The 1-0 from Necro catches the corner, 1-1. Kevin Flay, the umpire behind home plate. Gary Glover on the bases. Those two gentlemen switching positions from Game 1. As JJ looks to get off to a strong start in this 7-inning game for Game 2 of the doubleheader. And the 1-1 on the way. Breaking ball up a little high, 2-1. On the season, Necro, an ERA of 6. He's 1-0 in 6 appearances. It's his first start of the season, traditionally a starter, but pitching out of the bullpen for the majority of the season as he bounced back from an injury, as that one's floated to left field and foul, 2-2. Necro, 9 innings of work, 9 hits, 6 runs, 3 walks, 8 strikeouts. Opponents hitting .257 against him, and a 2-2 count now on Winkelmeyer. The Mocs handing the Spartans just their third loss of the season as they fell to 16-3 after the loss earlier. 2-2 on the way. Down low, 3-2 and a full count. That was a bit of a problem for both teams in Game 1. The Mocs 9 full counts, the Spartans 5 from a pitching standpoint. A lot of deep battles. Payoff pitch on the way, up high. He walked him, a leadoff walk to Winkelmeyer. Will bring up E.J. Kumbo, the DH. And the Mocs with this new look infield, Barry, Scott, Kammerig, LaCory. Scott, the only starting infielder from opening day. Cody Duke catching today. And he isn't even playing his original position. Slides over to short, and he was very excited about the opportunity to play shortstop at the collegiate level, as he's been a third baseman for his 3 years at Florida Southern. First pitch to Kumbo, up and in, ball one. He was a shortstop in high school, and he called it a throwback to his high school days. And when he found out that he was actually going to play short this game, and that wasn't just a one-game move when he moved over there midway through Game 1, he was quite excited about the opportunity. That one's chopped up the middle, going to be a tough play. Kammerig waits on the big hop, and everyone's going to be safe. An infield single for E.J. Kumbo. Kammerig might have tried to tag Winkelmeyer, but came up empty. A walk, an infield single, runners on first and second for Drew Earhart, the third baseman for the Spartans. First pitch to him, squares around a bunt. Negro has it, his only plays to first, fires over LaCorey with the pick, and the 1-3 put out for a successful sacrifice bunt. Kumbo to second, Winkelmeyer to third, and an eventful first 9 pitches for J.J. Negro, 2 in scoring position, 1 out. That'll bring up Jamarcus Lyons, the left fielder, and he takes ball 1. Didn't miss by much, 1-0. Mock's trouble spot in the first game was the first inning. They gave up 3 in the first, 1 in the second, and then nothing else until the 9th inning when an unearned run came around to score. Mock's looking for a shutdown first here with Negro on the mound. 1-1 the count to Lyons as he takes that breaking ball for a strike. Barry even with the bag. LaCorey up just off the grass. And the 1-1 pitch. Outside, 2-1. That one got away from him. Cody Duke, due to some of the injuries to the Mocs, is catching both ends of the doubleheader. And he's certainly up for the challenge, but 16 innings is a long time to be behind the plate. Also caught last night's game, so a real long as that one's up high, 3-1, 24 hours for Cody Duke, as we're just about the same time that the game started yesterday. So real rough 24 to 28 hours for Duke catching all 3 games, but he's stepped up to the challenge thus far. 3-1 and the pitch. Inside, ball 4, Lyons draws the walk. That'll load the bases. Kumbo still at second, Winkelmeyer at third for John Malcolm, the first baseman. Malcolm, a .333 average on the season. He's started 16 games, 4 home runs, 3 doubles, and he did not get the start in Game 1, but gets the start here in Game 2 of the doubleheader, and we will have an early mound visit as pitching coach Nate Striz comes out to have a talk with his starter. JJ, 14 pitches, bases loaded, and just 1 out, in need of a big out here in the form of Malcolm, who's one of the better hitters on this Tampa lineup. And a real quick visit there by Coach Striz as he goes out to give a word of advice to his 5th-year senior, getting his start in Game 2 of today's Senior Day doubleheader. And the pitch. Outside, ball 1 to Malcolm. Glancy on deck, Urso in the hole. Hopefully we don't have to see Urso in this first inning. 1 hit and a pair of walks have loaded the bases. 1-0 pitch on the way. In and out of the glove of Duke, 2-0. That one a little bit outside. 15 pitches for JJ. These two teams splitting the first 2 games of this 3-game series. Tampa a 6-1 win yesterday. Although that game much closer than the score would indicate, 4 runs scoring in the 7th. It was just a 2-1 game heading into the 7th inning yesterday. That one's chopped up the middle, could be 2. Scott has it, takes it to the bag himself, fires across in time. 6-3 on the double play. And Zach Scott, the fill-in shortstop, the former high school shortstop, reliving the glory days here, turns the double play for J.J. Negro and gets out of the jam. 2 left on base for the Spartans. 1 hit, a pair of walks, and a nice double play by Scott keeps him off the board. Mocs coming up after this. And we're back, bottom of the first here at Henley. Game 2 of this doubleheader. The lineup again for the Mocs: Brown, Camrick, Berry, Scott, Sainert, Wells, Candy, Duke, LaCory. And again, the defense for the visiting Spartans. In the outfield from left to right, Lyons, Cadenas, and Glancy. At the corners, Earhart and Malcolm, Urso and Winkler. Winkelmeyer up the middle with Ruley doing the catching for the Spartans. Starting pitcher for Tampa is Eric Linder, a 1.13 ERA, a perfect record of 4-0 on the season. He's appeared in 6 games, making 5 starts. He does have a save as well. 32 innings pitched, 24 hits, 4 earned runs, 13 walks to 24 strikeouts. Opponents hitting .214 against Linder, as the Mocs will look to take the rubber match of the series by winning Game 3 here today. And the Mocs with, as we mentioned, 3 two-way players in the lineup. Camrick, traditionally or primarily a bullpen pitcher, gets the start at second base. LaCory, a two-way outfielder and pitcher, gets the start at first base. And Jared Candy, the Mocs' #1 starter, who has not appeared in a game as a hitter this year, gets the start as the Mocs DH. He was a two-way player last summer for the Sanford River Rats. He was an all-star in the Florida Summer Collegiate League with those River Rats, as he was their best starter and one of their more productive bats at the plate. And he's spoken fondly of that experience. Those were the last at-bats for him, as Vaughn Brown leads things off. First pitch of the ball game. Breaking ball in there for strike 1. Vaughn and Scott, the only 2 Mocs to start all 22 team games this season. 0-1 pitch on the way. In there for a strike, 0-2. Lengthy break here, 0-2 on the way from Linder. Vaughn rips it to left field, and that's going to get down for a leadoff base hit as that falls in front of Lyons. Vaughn rounds first, waits to see where the throw goes. It's cut off by the second baseman, Winkelmeyer, and the Mocs have the leadoff man aboard.
Number 37, Colin Camrick.
Vaughn, a couple of hits and a couple of runs scored in Game 1, continues the hot hitting as Colin Camrick comes to the plate. Camrick also a productive Game 1, as he reached base in 4 out of 5 plate appearances. The only time he didn't reach was when he had to sacrifice bunt. He chops that one up the middle, could be 2. Urso has it, takes it to the bag himself. Throw to first is high, and getting back down on the bag is Malcolm, as he leaps up for that one and just gets his foot on the bag before Camrick. So a double play erases the base runner, as Camrick rolls into a 6-3 double play. The Mocs turned one of their own to end the first, so both teams with a 6-3 double play in the first inning here. That'll bring up third baseman Connor Berry. He's played a little bit of outfield, a little bit of first base. He's been primarily the designated hitter for the team this year, but now playing third base after the injury to Marquis earlier today had him move across the diamond, and Zach Scott move over to shortstop. 1-0 the count on Berry, whose on-base streak is at 13 games. Didn't get a hit in Game 1, but scored a run and had an RBI. He reached on a pair of walks, so the on-base streak lived on, and the hit streak came to a close. But to beat the #1 team in the conference, I'm sure you'll take it. He did have a productive day with an RBI and 2 runs scored, and those walks. He was a big part of the Mocs offense. 1-1 on the way. Down low, 2-1. Berry came into play today with a .403 average. That was second in the Sunshine State Conference, one of 3 student athletes hitting 400 or better on the season. He was only a point away from the leader. 2-2 now after that breaking ball is called for a strike. He's presumably dropped under 400 after not getting a hit earlier, but still hovering right around there. And the 2-2. Lined up the middle, and there's a base hit. The on-base streak extends to 14 games for Connor Berry. He rounds first, sees the throw. Cut off again by the second baseman, Winkelmeyer, and the Mocs, with their second hit of the inning, have another base runner.
Number 31, Zach Scott.
So Barry now reaching base in 14 consecutive games, having hit safely in 13 of them. Good job there by Connor Barry to fight with 2 strikes. Brings up the shortstop, Zach Scott, who did most of the lifting for the Mocs in Game 1. 6 RBI, 3 runs scored, a couple of RBI singles, and a 3-run home run. In the air to right field, foul and out of play. It's 0-1. So in not even a full game's worth of time at the shortstop position, Zach Scott has turned 3 double plays, a 3-6-3, a 6-4-3, and a 6-3 double play. Pickoff move gets away from the first baseman, Malcolm Berry, into second. He's going to chug on to third. He'll get there without a throw, rounds the base, and will hold up there as the ball comes into the infield. And a 2-base throwing error by the pitcher will put a runner at third with 2 outs for Zach Scott. Yeah, so talking to Zach in between the games, he was prepared for it, knew that it was a possibility, but he said, who would have thought on opening day that a 6-4-3 double play would be turned by Scott, Camrig, and LaCory. And they turned it quite well as that one's taken for a strike, 0-2. But yeah, 3 double plays for Zach Scott in under a full game's worth of time at shortstop. Not a bad day. 0-2 the count on Scott. First run of the ball game, 90 feet away. And the pitch. Outside, 1-2. Mocs looking to put up a little 2-out rally and take an early lead here. They gave up 3 in the first inning of Game 1, but answered back with 5 in the bottom of the frame. And the 1-2 pitch. Chopped, fair. That's going to be a tough play for the catcher, Ruley, and that's going to be an infield base hit for Zach Scott. A run comes across to score, and Florida Southern takes a 1-0 lead on the RBI swinging bunt single by Zach Scott. That's one way to earn your 7th RBI of the doubleheader. A couple of laced singles, a 3-run homer, and a swinging bunt have given Zach Scott 7 RBI on the doubleheader. And he had a solo home run yesterday at Tampa, so 8 runs driven in the series for the Mocs shortstop. As Sainert swings through that one, he's behind 0-1. And as the person who is in charge of writing nominations for the baseball team, I can say with good certainty I will most likely be nominating Zach Scott for Player of the Week for the conference. After driving in 8 runs against the number 1 team in the conference, as that one's hit foul, 0-2 on Sainert. As of right now, he's the front runner for the nomination. We've got 6.5 innings of baseball left to play, so we'll see. Things could change. But it's hard to argue with the numbers he's put up. That one's outside, 1-1 the count now on, or 1-2 the count on Sainert. And the 1-2. In the air to right center field. Going back is Glancy at the track, at the wall. It's gone. Arrivederci, a 2-run home run for Tor Sainert, his 9th of the season. Florida Southern up 3-0 here in the bottom of the first. As Sainert answers the call on the 1-2 pitch and drives it over the right field fence. Scott comes around to score. Sainert scoring as well. Barry already in the inning. Brings up Nick Wells, who hit a grand slam in the first inning of Game 1. Part of that 5-run first for the Mocs. Also had an RBI single. He finished the game 2 for 4 with 5 RBI. So a very productive Game 1. As he hits that one in the air to center field, going back, Cadenas at the track. He'll make the catch on the deep flyout from Wells. That'll retire the side, but the Mocs do strike first, scoring 3 runs on 4 hits, highlighted by the 2-run home run from Tor Seynert. Southern up 3-0. We're heading to the second. And we're back, top of the second here at Henley. Glancy, Urso, Ruley due up. 6, 7, 8 in the lineup for the Spartans. 16 pitches in the first inning for J.J. Necro as he got out of a bases-loaded jam with a 6-3 double play to retire the side. On the other side, Linder, not as lucky as the Mocs scored 3 on him on the 18 pitches he threw in the first. That'll bring up Glancy. Ball 1 down low to start the inning. And the 1-0 coming. Just missed outside, 2-0. A good pitch there by J.J. And the 2-0 pitch. Fouled away, 2-1. And the 2-1 from Necro up high, 3-1 now. 20 pitches for JJ. The pitch from JJ, chopped up the middle. Scott, diving stop, goes under the glove as he just couldn't come up with it, but a good effort by the Mock shortstop. Allows the leadoff man to reach on a single up the middle. Did all he could, but couldn't quite come up with it. As J.D. Urso, the shortstop, comes up to bat. Not hit terribly hard, but placed fairly well off the bat of Glancy. Puts the leadoff man aboard for the second consecutive inning for Tampa. First pitch coming, fouled away, 0-1. Pickoff move. It's going to be close. LaCourrier lets the ball get by as he tried to apply the tag. Advancing to second is going to be Glancy as he gets in without a throw from LaCourrier on the wild pickoff attempt there by J.J. Necro. The throw looked to be fairly on target. I think LaCourrier, just a little bit of a lack of experience over at the position, got tangled up with the base runner. Both teams now with throwing errors on pickoff attempts. 0-1 on the way. Down low. 1-1 now the count to Urso. And the 1-1. Down low. 2-1. To the Spartan shortstop. Chopped foul down the third base line, 2-2. 25 pitches now for JJ. The next one will be his 10th of the inning. Two on the way. Down low, a good block again by Cody Duke. 3-2, the count runs full. Second full count for the Spartans on the offensive end, and Cody Duke putting on a good clinic behind the plate right now, blocking those balls in the dirt. Payoff pitch on the way. Line to right field and right on the line, but foul, as that one just was foul by maybe a foot. Tough angle for us to see from up here, but Kevin Flay, the home plate umpire, had a good line on it and was able to make the call, as that saved a run for J.J. Necro. Urso, a .313 average coming into play today. Payoff pitch again on the way from Necro. Swing and a miss. Got him on strikes. Tag applied by Cody Duke, and there's one away with Josh Ruley coming up to bat.
The catcher, number 18, Josh
Ruley, 12 games he's appeared in, 8 starts, a .269 average on the season, 7 hits, 1 double, and 3 driven in. He'll bat with 1 away and a runner on second, Luke Glancy. Breaking ball, misses high, 1-0. Coming. Just missed a little bit. JJ thought he had it. It's 2-0. Camrig pinching towards the bag at second. Corners back. Outfield a little bit shallow for Ruley. Just a couple of steps in. 2-1 on the way. Grounded to short. Scott has it on a couple of hops. Fires across. 6-3 on the putout for the second out of the inning. Advancing to third is Luke Glancy on the ground out. Zach Scott hasn't played shortstop in 5 years since he was in high school, but the longtime Mocs third baseman hasn't skipped a beat since jumping over earlier today. About 60 feet to the left of where he would normally play. First pitch to Jose Cadenas is in there for a strike, 0-1. As Necro now matches his pitch total from the first inning, 16 per inning, 32 in total. 0-1 on the way. Called strike, 0-2. JJ a strike away from working around the leadoff base hit and stranding that runner on third. See if they go with a high fastball here, set him up for a breaking ball. 0-2 pitch on the way. Line to left field, that'll get down for a base hit. Tampa's on the board, as JJ meant to get that one up, just left it a little too over the plate. And an RBI single by the number 9 man makes it a 3-1 game as Glancy comes around to score. And that'll bring up the leadoff man, Nick Winkelmeyer, who walked and was stranded on third to end the first. First pitch on the way to Winkelmeyer. Up and away, ball 1. 35 pitches now for JJ. That one is going to miss just a little inside, and a tight strike zone here in this ball game from Kevin Flay, both ways a little bit. 2-0 the count on Winkelmeyer, and some career stats for Niekro comes into play today, having appeared in 46 games, a called strike, 2-1, making 31 starts, a record of 13-6 in his career with one complete game and 2 saves. He has a 3.58 ERA over 178 and a third career innings. He was named SSC Pitcher of the Week back in March of 2018, was also an Elite 90 award recipient that same year. No go on the check swing, 3-1, the count to Winkelmeyer. Off the diamond, JJ's a 4-time member of the SSC Commissioner's Honor Roll, a 4-time recipient of the D2 ADA Academic Achievement Award, a 2-time FSC Athletic Director Scholar Athlete Award winner, and a 2-time COSIDA Academic All-District First Team recipient. So a great career coming to a close as that one's grounded up the middle. Zach Scott takes it 6 unassisted to get the force out at second to retire the side. Nobody left on base. 1 run does come around to score on a pair of hits. It's 3-1. Mocs on top coming up after this. And we're back here on the SSC Digital Network. Due up for the Mocs, it'll be Candy Duke LaCourie, the bottom third of the order for the Mocs, the DH, the catcher, and the first baseman. Candy got the start on the mound in Game 1 as he went 6 innings, 6 hits, 4 runs, all of them earned, 4 walks, 2 strikeouts, 107 pitches. He improved his overall record to 5-0 on the mound as he picked up the win for Florida Southern. Candy did some two-way work for the Florida League over the summer and for the Mocs last spring as well, but now getting his first at-bats of the season from a hitting standpoint. Last year he went 4 for 16 with a home run, 3 walks, and he fouls that one immediately off of his foot. He's behind 0-1. Candy, an all-star in the Florida League over the summer with the Sanford River Rats, the same team I'll be broadcasting for this summer with the Florida Summer League. As Candy takes that one down low, 1-1, and he spoke quite highly of that experience, and I'm looking forward to joining that club in Orlando this summer. Quite a few SSC athletes already on the roster for that team, so that'll be fun to broadcast for some of those guys some more. 1-1 on the way. Inside, 2-1, and the dugout, as loud as they've been all day, cheering on Candy. They're excited for him to get his first ABs of the year. And the 2-1. Up and away, 3-1. On the way. Candy fouls it back, just missed. 3-2, a full count to Jared. First for the Mocs from the offensive end. Payoff pitch on the way. Candy again fouls it to the backstop. Some healthy cuts for a guy who hasn't had an at-bat in 8 or 9 months, I'd say. Payoff pitch again on the way. Down low, he held up, and he draws the walk. Candy with the leadoff walk, and how about him? That'll bring up Cody Duke, 25 pitches now for Eric Linder, and Jared Candy as excited as the rest of the dugout for that walk, and good for him. He was excited to pick up the win earlier for the senior class, and then he does a great job with that at bat and becoming a two-way player again. He was fine with just being a pitcher, but also able to step up and do his job as a hitter there. As Duke swings through that one, he's behind 0-1. Candy knows his primary job is to be the mock starter, but able to be called upon here as the DH in Game 2 of the doubleheader. 0-1 on the way. Outside, 1-1. During his career at Santa Fe over the 2 years he spent there, Candy had a combined .278 average with 9 homers and 52 RBI, stealing 12 bases and 12 doubles with 4 triples. Swing and a miss, 1-2 the count on Cody Duke. So, hitting not unfamiliar territory for Jared Candy over the course of his collegiate career, just unfamiliar in the sense of this year. 1-2 on the way. Duke chases it down low. He'll be out on strikes. Candy trying to get to second. The throw is going to be bobbled by the shortstop, Urso, and go out into left field, and Candy collided with him on the slide. But he should get there, and that should be a wild pitch on the pitcher, Linder, allowing Candy to advance. Duke down on strikes. That'll bring up Jeff LaCourie. But something I often talk about is how aggressive these mocks are on the bases. A guy who hasn't had to do anything from the offensive standpoint all year still gets a good dirt ball read and advances to second on a ball in the dirt. That tells you everything you need to know about Jared Candy and the team. One away, runner on second for Jeff LaCourie, getting the start at first base today. .30th pitch of the ball game coming for Linder. Grounded up the middle. Going to be a tough play. Urso has it, fires over to first in time for the 6-3 putout. But advancing to third is Candy with 2 away, and Vaughn Brown coming up. LaCourie, the 4th different mock to start at first base this year. Teeter had started 142 consecutive games until he came out back on March 10th at Florida Tech. Tilden AG got a couple of starts, Connor Berry a couple, and now the duty falls on LaCourie, who becomes the 4th mock to play first base. Although Raffelli also got a couple of innings there, so he's the 4th mock to start, 5th overall to play there. The count's 0-1 on Vaughn Brown, 2 away. Jared Candy over at third. And the 0-1. Popped up, right side. Glancy, the right fielder, takes a few steps back, settles under it, and makes the catch for the flyout to retire the side. The Mocs get Candy aboard via the leadoff walk, strand him on third. They're still up 3-1. We're heading to the third. Welcome back, everyone. Andrew Pauling with you on the SSC Digital Network. It'll be Kumbo, Earhart, and Lyons. 2, 3, and 4 due up for the Spartans here in the third inning against J.J. Necro. J.J., 39 pitches, He's faced 10 batters, first time through the lineup, just 1 run allowed on 3 hits, 2 walks, 1 strikeout for JJ. This will be the 40th pitch of the ball game for Necro. 16 in the first, 23 in the second. 1 run through the first time through the lineup. On the other side for Eric Linder, 3 runs through on 4 hits, a walk, and a strikeout for him first time through the Mocs lineup. Highlighted by the 2-run homer from Tor Sainert. First pitch of the inning, in there for a strike to Kumbo. It's 0-1. And the 0-1. Chopped up the middle, and that'll get through for a base hit. As Kumbo leads it off with a single up the middle. 3rd time in as many innings the leadoff man has reached the last 2 innings, both by a single to center field. That'll bring up Drew Earhart, a sacrifice bunt, his first plate appearance. Pickoff move back in just safely is going to be Kumbo. Another pickoff move, and they got him at first. Necro picks off Kumbo, 1 away here in the 3rd. One away now after the pickoff. That one's in there for a strike, 0-1. The count and the pitch lined up the middle. Vaughn Brown coming in, and he's going to make the diving catch on the line drive. What a defensive effort by Vaughn Brown. 2 away on the diving grab by the senior center fielder. As he gets a round of applause and a tip of the cap from J.J. Necro. Vaughn as good as a center fielder as you will see at the Division II level.
Now batting, number 24, Jamarcus Lyons.
That'll bring up Jamarcus Lyons after the pickoff and the diving grab by Vaughn. 2 quick outs for the Mocs. Lyons down 0-1 on the breaking ball. 45 pitches now for J.J. What a grab and what closing speed there by Vaughn to lay out for that one. Hit the other way, and it's going to get through to right field. A base hit for Lyons, but to wrap up the point on JJ, or not on JJ, excuse me, on Vaughn, we talk all day about how good he is offensively, and on the defensive end, he has done just as much. He's been an excellent outfield defender for the past 5 years. That's something that's progressively gotten better, but it started off excellent to begin with. That has just always been his strong suit, has been the legs and the ability to play the outfield with such speed and agility. That one's in there for strike 1 to John Malcolm, the first baseman. And now we've all known he can hit, but he's just finally put it together and having a player of the year type season for the Mocs. 0-1 on the way to Malcolm. Good block by Cody Duke, 1-1. Keeps that one in front. And Duke has just worked this weekend behind the plate, and he has earned a nice, relaxing Sunday afternoon sitting by a pool somewhere. 1-1 pitch on the way. Called strike, 1-1. One and two, excuse me, the count on Malcolm. This will be pitch number 50 for JJ. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him on strikes. J.J. Necro gets through the 3rd. Picked off a runner and a line out to center to help him out. Strikes out Malcolm. And the Spartans held to just 1 run through the first 3 innings of work. We're heading to the bottom of the 3rd after this. Due up in the 3rd for the Mocs, Cameron, Barry, and Scott, 2, 3, and 4. As the intentional talk theme song plays throughout Henley Field. Got some outstanding DJ work by the gentlemen a couple of rows behind me today. They've kept it very entertaining.
For the Mocs, number 37, Colin Cameron.
Cameron 0 for 1, grounded into a 6-3 double play back in the 1st. But a strong performance in Game 1 of the doubleheader as he reached base 4 times, a hit by pitch, a walk, a pair of singles, and a run scored in Game 1 earlier today. 32 pitches through 2 innings of work as that one's in for a strike to Cameron. 18 in the 1st, 14 in the 2nd for Eric Linder. Cameron swings through that one. It's 0-1. And the 0-2 coming from Linder. Just outside, 1-2. And the 1-2 to Cameron. Breaking ball swung on and missed. He's down on strikes. And that'll be 1 away for Connor Berry.
Now batting, number 30, Connor Berry.
Berry 1 for 1, singled and scored the first run of the ball game back in the 1st. Came around to score on the RBI. Swinging bunt by Zach Scott. Extending his on-base streak to 14 games. As he checks his swing, did he go? No, on the appeal to Gary Glover, the base umpire. And the 1-0. Called strike, 1-1. One pitch, breaking ball, swing, and a foul tip, 1-2. This will be the 40th pitch for Linder. One, 2 on the way. Outside, 2-2, and 40 pitches now for Eric. And a quick thank you to Jacob Teeter's mom, Lisa, still in the stands here today, but she brought some homemade cookies and Starburst for us up in the booth. So thank you to her as she continues to take care of us, as she has the past 4 years, as that one's grounded foul. Count remains 2-2 on Barry. Nice little homemade gift for the doubleheader to have everybody munch on. So once again, always appreciated. She's been so good, as have several other parents over the years. 2-2 on the way, down low, held up, and Barry works the full count. Second one for the Mocs from the offensive end. And the payoff pitch on the way to Connor Berry. Lined into right center field, ranging over is Cadenas. That one's going to drop in front of him for a base hit, and Barry's 2 for 2. Very similar to his hit back in the first inning. Essentially the same location. That one just hung up a little bit longer. But Barry with a pair of clean singles. That average back up around 400 now for him. That'll bring up Zach Scott, a run scored, an RBI, and a single back in the first. He fouls that one away, 0-1. Scott now 6 RBI in game 1, 1 yesterday, 1 in this game here. So he's got 8 runs driven in against the Spartans in this series and could well be on his way to earning SSC Player of the Week. Those announced on Mondays, so we'll wait and see. 0-1 coming. In the air, right field, going back, Glancy at the track, at the wall, he's out of room! A 2-run home run for Zach Scott. RBIs number 9 and 10 on the series. Have yourself a weekend, Zach Scott. Zach has now homered in 3 straight games. The senior shortstop today, making quite the statement. The old man still got a little pop left in the bat.
Number 3 for Linder.
A solo shot yesterday, a 3-run shot earlier today, and now a 2-run shot here in the last game of the series. He's a grand slam away from the home run cycle against the Spartans this weekend. First pitch to Torres Nert, down in the dirt. It's 1-0 on the Mocs right fielder, who also hit a 2-run home run earlier in the ball game, as the Mocs now have a 5-1 lead in this one. Fouled away, 1-1. So 3 home runs and 10 RBI on the weekend. Scott's just making this case more and more compelling as the day goes on for Player of the Week for the conference. 1-1 on the way. Down low, 2-1. And the pitch fouled away, 2-2 on Torres Nert. Nick Wells on deck. Candy in the hole for the Mocs. The 2-2 way outside. Count runs full. That's the 3rd full count for the Mocs batters. And St. Nert with a chance to keep the rally going here in the bottom of the 3rd. Payoff pitch on the way. Outside, ball 4, and Tor draws the walk. 3 straight Mocs reach base. 50 pitches now for Eric Linder, brings up Nick Wells, and Jared Candy gets into the on-deck circle for Florida Southern. And it looks like there's going to be a meeting on the mound here for the Spartans. It's not Joe Urso, so Linder's going to stay in the game, but nonetheless a conversation with one of the Tampa assistant coaches. See what's being said out on the mound as 3 straight have reached. This is probably just a cool-off conversation. Remember, it's just a 7-inning game here in Game 2, so we're already halfway through here we're getting halfway through here in the bottom of the 3rd. Wells 0 for 1, a pop-up to deep center field. The Mocs, despite having hit 1, 2, 3, 4 home runs on the doubleheader today, have just missed 5, 6, 7, and 8, possibly 9. They've had several really deep flyouts to the outfield, as that one's down low to Nick Wells. So they've had 8 or 9, you could argue, balls that off the bat, depending on how the wind's blowing, could have left the yard. that were at least on the warning track, if not up against the wall. 4 of them have indeed gone over. The grand slam by Nick Wells was the no-doubter of the bunch. 1-0 pitch, down low, 2-0. Scott and Sainert both going the other way with theirs. Scott also with the 3-run home run in the game earlier as well. 2-0 pitch on the way. Runner goes. It's going to be taken up high. Ball 3 sliding in safely is Tor Sainert with a stolen base. 3-0 on Wells. On the way to Wells. Gets the green light, fouls it back, 3-1. Three-one pitch in the air to left. Off the end of the bat, coming in and making the catch is Lyons as he misplayed it originally, but rebounded for the flyout. As Wells is retired, 2 away now for Jared Candy. Candy, in his first plate appearance of the season, which came back in the second, walked and was stranded on third to end the inning. Mox up by 4. Sainert should score from second on a base hit with 2 away. Candy takes the breaking ball for strike 1. It's 0-1. Time called by the catcher, Ruley. Candy steps out, resets. And the 0-1. Grounded to short. Should do it. Urso has it, fires across, and it's going to be misplayed by the first baseman, Malcolm. Coming around to score is going to be Tor Sainert, and it's 6-1, Mox with the lead. We'll see if they rule that a hit or an error. Not sure if he had it beat out on the throw. Official scoring will give it an E6, but the run comes around to score, and that's what really matters, as Candy reaches base via the throwing error by the shortstop, Urso. A tough one there, as that's a play you want your first baseman to make, but Malcolm couldn't come up with it. That'll bring up Cody Duke with a big run in for the Mox, as they're now up 6-1. And Candy just making contact, hustling down the line, forced the throw, as that one's in the dirt. A good block by Ruley, 1-0 on Duke. On the way. Down low, 2-0. Pitch coming. Duke pops it up, right side. Foul territory, Malcolm there. So is Winkelmeyer. He makes the call and the catch as the second baseman comes all the way over to make the catch and retire the side. Mox strand 1, but they score another 3. 2 of them earned and are up by 5. We're heading to the 4th after this. Pitching change for the Mocs. Logan Verino on the mound. J.J. Necro's evening is over. 3 innings for J.J. 50 pitches. 5 hits, 1 run, which was earned. 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. And Necro in line for the win, as we're only playing 7 innings here in this game. So it'll be Logan Verino taking over as things stand. Mocs up 6-1. Verino the first man out of the pen. Wrapping up his warm-up pitches, Verino comes into play today, an ERA of 3.68, 1-0, 4 appearances, 7 1/3 innings pitched, 3 earned runs, 4 walks, 5 strikeouts. Opponents are hitting .323 against him. Small sample size, though. He does have a 5-run lead to work with here in the top of the 4th of this 7-inning game. First pitch of the inning, swing and a miss at the breaking ball. Luke Lancy, J.D. Urso, and Josh Ruley. 6, 7, 8 due up for the visiting Spartans. Chopped foul and in and out of the hands of Mocs hitting coach Stephen Crabtree. Almost had it as Santino Miozzi smiles and makes a little jab at him. 0-2 pitch, up high, 1-2. Fouled to the backstop, staying alive is Glancy. He singled and scored the only run so far for the Spartans when he led off the 2nd inning. One-two pitch, breaking ball, just missed. The Mocs wanted it, the fans wanted it. I thought it looked decent. 2-2 now the count, as that one missed by a hair. 2-2 on the way. Popped up, foul territory, down the third base line and out of play as Clancy stays alive. Verino steps off, gives his fielders an extra second to get back. 2-2 on the way. That one's well outside. Count runs full. 3rd full count for the Mocs from a pitching standpoint. Payoff pitch in the air to right field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Cut off by Sainert. He'll fire in to Camerig, and the leadoff man is aboard yet again. Leadoff man has reached base every inning, although J.J. Necro did pick off the leadoff batter E.J. Kumbo after he reached with a single in the 3rd, but nonetheless still reaching in every inning are the Spartans' leadoff batters. That one's going to get by Cody Duke. J.D. Urso's ahead in a 1-0 count, and the wild pitch will advance the runner to second. One-0 on the way from Verino. Down in the dirt, a good block there by Duke, 2-0. On the way. In the air, left center field. Vaughn Brown settles under it, makes the catch, and fires in to Zach Scott for the putout. That'll bring up the catcher, Josh Ruley, 0 for 1 with a ground out to short. 1 away now for the Spartan catcher with Glancy on second base. 10 pitches for Logan Verino as he tries to keep the Mock lead at 5. First pitch to him. Breaking ball, fouled away, 0-1. That one's going to miss down low, 1-1 now. And the 1-1 from Verino up high, 2-1. Verino comes set and the 2-1. Grounded, tough ball up the middle, barehanded by Scott, fires to first in time, 6-3 on the putout. Zach Scott retires Ruley for the second time this game on a fine barehanded play by the Mocs' typical third baseman, as he's had a field day with a lot of outstanding defensive plays over at short. That was a very difficult play to make on the slow roller. His only option was the barehand, and he came up with it. Advancing to third is Glancy. 2 away now for Jose Cadenas. An RBI single. He's 1 for 1. Blooped up the middle. Coming in is Vaughn Brown. He'll make another diving catch. What a defensive effort by this Moccasin middle infield and by their center fielder. Vaughn Brown, a pair of diving catches. Zach Scott, a barehanded effort at short. And these guys are playing some outstanding defense here today. That'll do it here in the fourth. We're heading to the bottom of the fourth. Mocs coming up after this. Bottom of the fourth, due up for the Mocs, LaCorey, Brown, Camarig. 9-1-2 for Lance Necro's ball club. And you really can't say enough about the defensive effort by the Mocs here today. Vaughn Brown, a couple of fine plays. Zach Scott had a great play at third early in the game one. He's also had several great plays since he moved over to short. As we're going to have a little bit of a delay, the throw by Ruley went way into center field for what might have been the second or third time this ball game. So anticipate the Mocs to probably run a little bit more as well, as they know they can run on Ruley behind the plate. First pitch to him. In the air to right, down the line, and that is a fair ball. That'll be extra bases for Jeff LaCorey. He comes into second. He'll hold up there with a leadoff double, and the Mocs have another runner in scoring position. As LaCorey turns on the first pitch of the inning, an RBI opportunity for the man who's tied for the conference lead in runs batted in. That'll be Vaughn Brown, 1 for 2 with a single. Coming up to the plate now. Brown second in the conference in slugging percentage. first in home runs, tied for the lead in RBI with 26, first in runs with 33, all those numbers coming into play today. And he'll have a chance to expand on the Mocs lead. 6 runs on 7 hits so far for Florida Southern. First pitch to Vaughn. Swing and a miss. Chase the breaking ball. Down low. It's 0-1. Camrig on deck. Connor Berry, who's got a pair of singles in the hole. First pitch or second pitch of the at-bat is going to be grounded through to the left side. They're going to hold LaCorey at third, and that'll be a base hit for Vaughn Brown. The throw goes in high, and Vaughn's going to advance to second. Great base running by Vaughn Brown. Saw that the throw from Lyons had a little bit of arc on it as he lobbed it into the cutoff man, and Vaughn took advantage and took the extra 90 feet. Second base hit of the game, and again, aggressive base running by the Mocs. They've been taking free 90s, and that's exactly what you have to do there if you're Vaughn Brown. Heads up base running. And now you have to bring the infield in if you're the Spartans, and that gives Camrig a much better chance here at an RBI with LaCorey at third and Brown at first. 2 runners in scoring position. Nobody out for Colin Camrig. And Urso's going to call time, come out to the mound. That will be it for Linder, it appears, as the Spartans are going to make a likely pitching change here in the top of the 4th. We'll wait to confirm it. To be it for Linder. We're going to step aside. Pitching change coming up after this. New pitcher on the mound for the Spartans is number 8, Jordan Leisure. Comes into play today with a 0.79 ERA, a record of 1-1, 10 appearances, 4 saves. He's the primary closer for the ball club. 22 2/3 innings pitched, 2 earned runs. Wow. 2 walks to 38 strikeouts. So 19 strikeouts per walk on the season. That's a video game number there. He'll have Colin Camrig with 2 on, nobody out. LaCorey on third, Brown on second for the Mocs. Infield in for the Spartans. Leisure, one of the likely several student athletes between these two teams who will play professional baseball after the draft this summer. Just based on the numbers, you'd have to assume he's on somebody's draft board somewhere, as the count's 1-0 on Camrig. Handful of Mocs looking for that opportunity as well, and you'd imagine as these are 2 of the better teams in Division II, they'll have a few draftees between them. 1-0 on the way. Camrig fouls it away, 1-1. And as far as entertainment value is concerned, this is what you want. You got the best arm out of the bullpen for the Spartans against 2, 3, and 4 in the Mocs lineup. So this could very well decide the game if the Mocs can tack on a couple extra here. 1-1 on the way. Kammerig fouls it to the backstop. He just missed it. 1-2. Barry's on deck. Scott in the hole. That duo is a combined 4 for 4 with 4 runs scored in the ballgame. So they've done a large majority of the offense for the Mocs. Actually, the next 3 men due up have scored all 6 runs for Florida Southern. 1-2, the pitch. Outside, 2-2, missed by a hair. Barry, Scott, and Sainert, the next 3 Mocs due up, have each scored 2 runs. They're combined 5 for 5 with a walk. 2-2 on Colin Kammerig. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him on strikes. Kammerig's down here, and there's 1 away now for Connor Barry.
Number 30, Connor Barry.
39 strikeouts to just 2 walks for Leisure. What a ratio, especially with the offensive prowess you have in the Sunshine State Conference. That is just very difficult to come by. Barry 2 for 2, a pair of singles, a pair of runs scored. Both of them came to right center field on line drives, and the outfield shifted that way. Infield in for the Spartans. Left field wide open for Barry. First pitch to him. Fouled away, 0-1. Mocs up by 5, but against this Spartans lineup, that's the top offensive unit or the top all-around team in the Sunshine State Conference. You're going to want a little more than that. 0-1 on the way. Barry in the air. Left center field, ranging over all the way from right center is going to be the center fielder, Cadenas. He makes the catch. Throw goes into third. Vaughn's there safely, and coming in to score is Jeff LaCoury on the sacrifice fly by Connor Barry.
Number 31,
Mocs up 7-1 on the sac fly by their third baseman. Vaughn advances to third. LaCoury in to score. Zach Scott, who's 2 for 2 with an RBI single and a 2-run home run. He's scored both times he's come up to the plate. He'll bat now. Infield back, 2 away. 1 run in for the Mocs. Another one 90 feet away in the form of Vaughn Brown. Scott takes the breaking ball for a strike, 0-1. On the way, down low, 1-1 now. Breaking ball outside, 2-1. Two-one pitch coming. Hot shot to second. Winkelmeyer has it, and the 4-3 putout retires the side, but the Mocs do get another one. They strand one, but get one as LaCoury comes around to score on the sac fly by Connor Barry. Southern up by 6. We're heading to the 5th. Welcome back, everyone. Andrew Pauling with you on the SSC Digital Network. Top of the fifth, due up for the Spartans. Top of the order, Winkelmeyer, Kumbo, and Earhart. 1, 2, and 3 due up for the visitors from Tampa. Verino still on the mound for the Mocs. "15 pitches last inning. Let the leadoff man reach with a single, stranded him on third. Then retired the next 3. A fly out to center, a grounder to short, and a line out to center. That one's outside. Counts 2-0 on Winkelmeyer. And the 2-0 coming. Called strike, 2-1. And the 2-1, breaking ball down low, 3-1. Verino with an extra run to work with. The Mocs scored 3 in the first, 3 in the second, 1 in the fourth. Tampa scored their lone run so far in the second. Southern with 8 hits, the Spartans with 6 as Winkelmeyer draws his second walk of the ball game, and he reaches to lead off the inning just as he did back in the first.
Number 41, E.J. Kumbo.
That'll bring up E.J. Kumbo. A pair of singles. He was also picked off at first base back in the third, but he's still 2 for 2. 20 pitches now for Verino. Nobody out, runner on first. And the pitch from Verino. Called strike on the fastball, 0-1. And the 0-1 down low, 1-1, breaking ball, miss low. One pitch, swing and a miss, 1-2 now on the Spartan designated hitter. Verino has his sign, and the 1-2 on the way. In the air, right field. Sainert going back at the track. He'll make the catch just a step or two shy of the wall for the first out of the inning. Winkelmeyer holds at first, unable to advance. Brings up Drew Earhart, a sac bunt, and a line out to center field. One of 2 outstanding diving efforts by Vaughn Brown in the ballgame. This will be pitch number 10 of the inning, 25 in total for Verino. And the first pitch to Earhart. Fastball just missed, 1-0. Breaking ball, swing and a miss, 1-1 as Verino fooled him there. As far as stolen base attempts go, the Spartans are 17 of 19 on the season as a team, as that one's grounded in between short and third. That'll be a base hit off the end of the bat for Earhart. Runners on first and second for the Spartans as Winkelmeyer advances 90 feet. That'll bring up the left fielder, Jamarcus Lyons, a walk and a single. He's reached both times he's come to the plate. Two on, one away here in the top of the fifth. And the pitch from Verino. Fastball called strike, 0-1. That one's grounded and foul. 0-2 on Lions. John Malcolm on deck for the Spartans. 0-2 pitch on the way. Chop to short. Big hop gets by Zach Scott, and at least one's going to score. Vaughn's throw comes into second as Scott tried to wait for the extra hop and turn the double play. Pats himself on the chest and says, "My bad," to Logan Verino, and it's a 7-2 ball game. And that'll be a single and an RBI for Lions as he catches a lucky break on the big hop.
Now batting, number 26.
Winkelmeyer comes around to score. Earhart goes first to third, and on first is Lions. 30 pitches now for Verino. And a tough break for him there, as a better hop might have had an inning-ending double play there. Here comes Malcolm. First pitch to him. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Actually, it'll be a pinch hitter for Malcolm, as Dan Sullivan is now up to pinch hit, and he promptly hits that one foul, 0-2. Sullivan had the start at first base in game one, and he will presumably take over there defensively as well. 0-2 the count and the pitch. Up high, 1-2. And the 1-2 coming. In the air. Going back is Vaughn Brown, and he'll make the catch. A run will come in to score, as tagging and scoring is Earhart. And that's 2 runs in the inning. Mox up by 4 on the sac fly by Dan Sullivan. Staying over at first is Lyons, as he had nowhere to go on the play. That'll bring up Luke Glancy, a pair of singles and a run scored. He's had a good day at the plate. Both of those at-bats came leading off innings, the second and fourth, respectively. First pitch to him, called strike, 0-1. One pitch on the way, swing and a miss, 0-2. Verino trying to work out of the inning here and keep the mock lead at 4. 8 hits per team, 10 combined runs. And the 0-2 from Verino. Popped up, out of play. Verino, 15 pitches in the fourth. 25 here in the fifth. And the 0-2. In the air to right. Ranging over is Sainert. He makes the diving attempt, and he's not going to come up with it. The throw comes in, and fielding it is Barry, as there was no cutoff man available for him. He overthrew him, and runners on first and third after the base hit by Glancy. Sainert almost with the diving catch, but maximum effort unable to come up with it, as Lyons goes first to third. Glancy on first, runners on the corners, 2 away, and J.D. Urso up at the plate. Urso 0 for 2, a strikeout and a flyout. First pitch to him. Grounded to second. Camrick has it, bobbles it, but feeds to second in time. 4-6. Fielder's choice retires the side. 2 runs do come in to score. Mox still leading by 4. We're heading to the bottom of the 5th. Bottom of the 5th at Henley, due up for the Mox. It'll be Sainer, Wells, and Candy. 5, 6, 7 in the Moccasin lineup. Jordan Leisure still on the mound for the Spartans as he threw 10 pitches to retire the end of the side for the Mox in the 4th. Struck out Camry, got the sac fly by Barry, and got Zach Scott to ground out to second base to end the inning. Southern up by 4. Mox scoring 3 in the first, 3 in the third, 1 in the 4th. Spartans 1 in the 2nd and 2 in the 5th.
Number 3 for Sainer.
Sainert, he's reached twice, he's scored twice. A 2-run homer in the 1st and a walk, a stolen base, and a run scored in the 3rd. First pitch of the inning coming to Sainert. Inside, ball 1. On the way. Line to left field. That'll get down for a base hit. And the leadoff man once again aboard for Florida Southern.
Now batting, number 9.
Mox as Southern gave up 2 in the top of the inning. 9 hits now per team. Pickoff move back in safely is Sainert. First pitch inside, ball 1 to Wells. The next offering misses down low, 2-0 to the Mox left fielder, who had a great game 1 with 5 runs driven in, looking for his first hit here in game 2 of the doubleheader. 2-0 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, 2-1. Candy on deck, Duke in the hole for the Mox. Fifteen pitches now for Leisure. Runner going, swing and a miss, throw to second is going to be not in time, and that'll be another stolen base for Tor Sainert, his second of the ball game, as the count goes to 2-2 on Nick Wells. Yesterday, Leisure pitched an inning and 2/3, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts, as he faced 6 batters and threw 23 pitches in the first game of the series. Two-two pitch on the way, fouled away, and staying alive is Nick Wells. Two-two pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Wells down on strikes. 1 away now for Jared Candy.
Number 46, Jared Candy.
Candy a walk, and he reached on an error. Although by beating out the error to first and hustling down the line, that did allow a run to score for Florida Southern. Although he won't get credit for the RBI, it's still on the scoreboard, and right now one of the big 4 separating the Mocs and the Spartans. Sainert on second, Candy at the plate, 1 away. And the pitch to Jared. Swinging a drive to left, hit an absolute ton, but it's going to fall just short as that one ends up on the warning track for a deep fly out off the bat of Candy. 2 away now, as looked like he might have given it enough, and you can see the smile on his face as he goes back into the Mocs dugout. He knew he just missed that. It had the height all day long, just a little short on the distance. 2 away for Cody Duke. He's 0 for 2 on the game, a strikeout, and he popped up in foul territory, caught by the second baseman Winkelmeyer. He'll bat now with the runner on second. This will be the 20th pitch for Leisure. First pitch to him in the air, center field. Coming in is Cadenas, and he will make the catch on the run to retire the side. Leadoff man reaches on the base hit by Sainert, steals a base, and gets stranded on second. And that will do it here in the 5th. We'll be back, top of the 6th, coming up after this. Welcome back, everybody. Andrew Pauling with you on the SSC Digital Network. Due up in the 6th, it'll be Rulli, Cadenas, and Winkelmeyer. 8, 9, and 1 against Logan Verino for the Mocs. Verino, 2 complete innings so far, 39 pitches through his 2 innings of work. Rulli, Cadenas, and Winkelmeyer combined against Verino. A ground out to short, a line out to center, and a walk and a run scored. It'll actually be a pinch hitter, Luke McDonald, on to pinch hit here in the 6th. Josh Rulli out of the game. McDonald started the first game of the doubleheader. He takes strike 1 from Verino. That's 40 pitches now for Logan. 0-1 on the way. Chopped to the left side. Barry has it. Spin move. Fires across. And dug out by Licori. 5-3 on the putout. And a fine defensive play by Connor Barry. One away.
Number 6, Jose Cadenas.
That'll bring up Cadenas, an RBI single and a line out to center. He's 1 for 2. First pitch, up and in, ball 1 to Jose. Winkelmeyer on deck, Kumbo in the hole. 1-0 pitch, check swing, foul. And he's going to look for the catcher's interference call, and he's actually going to get it. As Cody Duke gets called for catcher's interference, and that'll put a runner on first with 1 away.
Now batting, number 14, Nicholas Winkelmeyer.
That'll bring up Winkelmeyer, a pair of walks and a ground out to short. He's reached base twice and scored once. First pitch on the way to Winkelmeyer. Popped up, left side, out of play, 0-1. And you wonder who will possibly be in the 7th to try to close this game out for the Mocs. Spinelli threw 3 innings in the game earlier, so he is unavailable. As that one's lined to left field, coming in and playing it on a hop is going to be Wells. As Cadenas advances to second and Winkelmeyer reaches first on the base hit. So Spinelli's out, 3 innings in the first game. As far as guys who have saves this year, Pablo Toranzo has not appeared in the game yet. He has a save on the season. J.J. Necro, who has 2 saves, started the game. He's out. Obviously, you won't have Madej or Candy because both of them started in the series. Licori, who's pitched in 4 games and has a start, is playing first base. As that one's taken for a strike, 0-1 on Kumbo. Oh-1 delivery on the way, swing and a miss, 0-2. Oh-2 pitch on the way, outside, 1-2 the count on the Spartans DH. Camerig, who's appeared in 5 games out of the bullpen, is playing second base. Verino's in the game now, so it looks like Toranzo, who pitched last night, or Mike Pelaya is also pitching last night, are likely to pitch the 7th for the Mocs as that one's hit foul down the right field line. There is action in the Florida Southern bullpen. One-two on the way. Popped up and out of play as Kumbo stays alive. Earhart on deck. Jamaris Lyons in the hole. Should the inning continue. Runners on first and second, 1 away. Cadenas and Winkelmeyer respectively. 50 pitches now for Logan Verino as he tries to work out of this jam. And the 1-2. Popped up yet again, and again out of play off the bat of Kumbo. He's 2 for 3 in the ballgame, a pair of singles. And the 1-2. Swinging a foul tip in and out of the glove of Cody Duke, and again, EJ stays alive. A good battle here. We've seen several throughout the course of the day between these two teams. 1-2 pitch on the way. Called strike 3. Got him looking. Huge strikeout there for Logan Verino as Kumbo has some words for home plate umpire Kevin Flay about the zone. That was an excellent pitch there by Verino. 2 away for Drew Earhart. A sac bunt, a line out, a single, and a run scored. He's 1 for 2. And a big at-bat here as this one could change the tone of the game. Remember, just 7 innings in this one. 2 away here in the top of the 6th. First pitch to him by Verino. Just missed inside, 1-0. On the way. Gets away from Duke. At least the runner on second will advance as Cadenas got a good read. Winkelmeyer over at first did not see it as well, and Duke appeared to get crossed up there. He'll call time, go out and have a meeting with Verino. Talk about some signs real quick. First and third signs coming now from Cody Duke. One and the pitch. Chopped to short. Scott has it. Fires across, and the throw's high. It's going to go in and out of the glove of LaCourie. 1 run scores. Winkelmeyer goes first to third. He's going to hold up there on the E6, as that's a ball that LaCourie knows he should have been able to keep in the glove and just got through. And a tough break on the E6 allows Cadenas to come around to score. Winkelmeyer goes all the way to third. Earhart on first, an unearned run for Verino. And it's a 7-4 game. That one's down low. Ball 1 to Lions, batting with runners on first and second. 1 run in, Mock's up by 3. Check swing, high pitch, no appeal. Counts 2-0. And the pitch. Called strike, 2-1. Verino about to throw his 60th pitch, and that'll be the most we've seen him throw, at least here in Henley, in a long time. So an extended outing here is, it should have been over a batter ago, but has to try again here. 2-1 on the way. Up high, 3-1, just missed. 60 pitches now for Verino. Earhart on first. Winkelmeyer on third. Tying run at the plate. Jamarcus Lyons, who's 2 for 2, an RBI and a walk. (3-1) on the way. Grounded to third. Barry has it on a couple of hops. He's going to have to fire, and it'll be in time as they got him at first just by a step. 5-3 on the putout, retires the side. 22 pitches, 61 in total for Logan Verino. 1 run does come in to score. Mock still leading by 3. We're heading to the bottom of the 6th. Welcome back, everybody. Bottom of the sixth, due up for the Mocs. LaCory, Brown, Kammerig, 9-1 and 2 for Florida Southern. Jeff LaCory, 1 for 2, a double and a run scored. And the Mocs will need a little bit more of that, up by 3 as they look to add a couple of insurance runs here heading into the 7th. Michael Diemo on the mound now. The junior from Orlando takes the mound for the visiting Spartans. That's number 17. Jordan Leisure out of the game, 2 innings, 1 hit, no runs to his line, no walks, 2 strikeouts after throwing 21 pitches in those 2 innings of work. Emo, a 2.08 ERA in 6 appearances. He's thrown 4 1/3 innings so far. 2 runs, 1 of which was earned, 4 walks, 6 strikeouts. Up now, 1 for 2, a double, a run scored. And he'll lead off the Mocs after the 6th. Lefty on lefty matchup. He takes strike 1 on the outside corner. Oh, 1 on the way. LaCory chops it in between first and second. It's going to be the first baseman, Sullivan, who calls for it and makes the feed in time on the 3-1 putout. As he ranged over, Winkelmeyer also could have had that one, but an aggressive play by Sullivan pays off as they get the leadoff runner, or the leadoff batter, excuse me, here in the Mocs half of the 6th. Back around to the top of the order for Vaughn Brown. Vaughn's 2 for 3, a pair of singles. He has scored at least 1 run in 19 out of the 21 team games this year. Leads the conference with 33 runs scored coming into play today. First pitch to him. Outside, ball 1. Vaughn swing and a miss, 1-1. Camry on deck, Connor Berry in the hole for the Mocs. Spartans actually leading the hit total right now, 10-9. Although Florida Southern's leading in the only number that matters, and that's runs on the board, as the check swing is held up by Vaughn Brown. It's 2-1. Two-one on the way. Swing and a miss, 2-2 on the Mocs center fielder. And the 2-2 inside. Count runs full. Just the 4th full count for the Spartans pitchers here in this game. Payoff pitch coming. Vaughn pops it up. Foul territory down the first base line over by the Mocs dugout. And that's going to go off the top of the dugout and out of play. As Gallo and a couple other guys that were hanging out over the fence, the little half fence in front of the dugout, had to scatter and get out of the way of Sullivan coming over to try to make the play. Payoff pitch once again on the way. Vaughn in the air to left. Going back is Lyons, and he will make the catch up against the wall as Vaughn just missed that one by a hair. Looked like it had a chance, but just a little bit off the end of the bat, and he is retired for the second out of the inning. Lyons had a good deke, I should say, as he took a very casual route. It looked like that one was going over the fence, but it turns out he was just taking a casual route on his way to making the catch just in front of the fence. 0-1 on Colin Kammerig as he swings through that one. To Lyons' credit there, I think that was in part as he was battling the sun, and you can't take an aggressive route with the sun in your eyes because the last thing you want to do is overrun it by 20 feet. So good job on his end to battle the sun there. Kammerig pops that one up right side of the infield, foul territory. Sullivan calls for it, makes the catch, and the side is retired. Mocs go down in order, just 11 pitches in the inning, but a chance to sweep the doubleheader, top of the 7th. Coming up, Mocs by 3, a chance to close this one out. Pitching change for the Mocs. Verino's done 3 innings of work, 5 hits, 3 runs, 2 of them earned, a walk, a strikeout, 61 pitches. Pelaez on the mound now, 3 appearances for Florida Southern, 2.1 innings pitched, 4 earned runs, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts for Pelaez. And he'll have a chance to close this one out. First pitch of the inning, a called strike. Dan Sullivan, Luke Glancy, J.D. Urso, and the senior Pelaez on to close out the end of the senior day doubleheader with the Mocs up by 3. A chance to earn his first save of the season. That one's outside, 1-1 now for Mike. That one will miss. 2-1 now. And the 2-1 on the way from Pelaez. Inside, 3-1. Pelaez in his career, 21 appearances out of the pen for the Mocs over the past 4 years, striking out 21 batters in 20 1/3 innings of work. Best season came in 2018 when he made 15 appearances, collecting 2 saves while allowing just 3 earned runs over his 16 innings of work to the tune of a 1.69 ERA. 3-1 pitch, popped up, left side, foul territory, and that's going to drop, and a full count now to Sullivan. 4th full count for the Mocs pitchers. Off the diamond, Pelaez is a 3-time member of the SSC Commissioners Honor Roll and a 2-time recipient of the D2 ADA Academic Achievement Award. Ended up having Tommy John in his sophomore season, missed all of sophomore and junior year, and then came back and was able to pitch this year. Payoff pitch on the way, popped up out of play, and Sullivan stays alive. Pelaez, one of the dozen seniors honored prior to today's game. Another payoff on the way. Inside, ball 4, and the leadoff walk to Sullivan will put a runner aboard for Luke Glancy. Glancy, 3 for 3. All 3 at-bats have resulted in a single. He scored a run back in the second. Pelaez has the velocity. He has the stuff on the mound. It's just a matter of hitting the spots. And the pitch up high, ball 1. 7-pitch at bat to Dan Sullivan got the inning started. And Cody Duke's going to come out and have a word with the senior reliever. Southern looking to sweep the doubleheader today after dropping game 1 of the series last night at Tampa. This is a big game as far as getting the Mocs into a regional bid come the end of the season as they try to beat out Barry for second place in SSC play. 1-0 on the way. Called strike, 1-1. As we are exactly 2 hours into the start of this game, as we are hopefully in the final half inning of play. That one's roped foul into the Mocs dugout, and a big smile by Jack Gallo, who hurdled over that one. Some cat-like reflexes as he got out of the way. 1-2, the count on Glancy. 10 pitches now for Pelaez. And the 1-2. Just missed, 2-2. And the fans agreed. 2-2, Pelaez looking for a big first out here in the top of the 7th. And the pitch, breaking ball, didn't come back enough. Full count, 2 batters, 2 full counts for Pelaez, 5 in total for the Mocs pitchers. And at this point, give him your A pitch, throw the fastball, and see if he can hit it. Got to throw a strike here. Payoff pitch on the way. Missed inside, walked him, back-to-back walks to start the inning. As Sullivan advances to second, Glancy to first, and J.D. Urso coming up to the plate.
Number 11, J.D. Urso.
Here comes pitching coach Nate Striz to have a conversation with Pelaez after he walked the first 2 batters he's faced here in the inning. Urso 0 for 3, a strikeout, a flyout, and a fielder's choice. As the Mocs are going to look to get out of the early jam here in the 7th and come away sweeping today's doubleheader. Conversation wrapping up as Duke and home plate umpire Kevin Flay return to the plate. And it looks like they are going to pinch hit for J.D. Urso. Number 15, Adam Hunt, coming on to pinch hit. The freshman from Brandon, Florida, went to Riverview High School. First pitch to Hunt, fastball outside, 1-0. Pelaez steps off, he wants a new set of signs. On the season, Hunt, 2 at-bats, no hits. He does have an RBI. He's also reached with a walk. 1-0 on the way, inside, 2-0. And here comes head coach Lance Necro, and that might be it for Pelaez. 2 on, nobody out, and a 2-0 count to Hunt. I think they might do a pitching change mid-batter here. And we'll see who the next man is out of the bullpen for the Mocs. And that will indeed be it. We're going to step aside. We'll be back after this. Welcome back, everybody. The new pitcher for the Mocs is number 51, Dawson Lane, a 2.25 ERA, 3 appearances, 4 innings pitched, 1 earned run, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts for Dawson. And he will have a tricky situation as Nick Durr is going to pinch hit mid-at-bat.
For the Spartans, number 5.
Nick Durr, number 5, on to pinch hit. Adam Hunt came in to pinch hit originally for Urso. That's a called strike, so this is a little tricky. Durr's pinch hitting for Hunt, who was pinch hitting for Urso. And Lane came in for Pelaez, and it was a 2-0 count when they pinch hit for the pinch hitter. Counts 2-1. That one's chopped to short. Scott has to hurry, fires across, and it is going to be in time to get the runner at first. A huge out there and a nice play by Zach Scott on one of the weirder little sequences you'll see as a new batter and a new pitcher came in midway through an at-bat. I've never seen both switched out before midway. So that's a tricky situation. And there appears to be an injury over at third. Sullivan, the runner who advanced to third on the ground out. Glancy advances to second, 1 out. And Sullivan, grabbing his right leg, will step aside again and be back after this. And we're back, everybody. Sullivan stays in the game. He's still the runner at third. Glancy still the runner at second after he was checked out by the Tampa athletic trainers. 1 away. And the pitch is popped up. Foul territory down the right field line. LaCorey gives chase, and he's going to make a diving attempt, and he came up with it for the out. Jeff LaCory with a diving stab in foul territory and a huge second out as he retires Luke McDonald on the first pitch of his at-bat. What a play there by the freshman who hadn't played first base all season until earlier in game one of the doubleheader when he had to pinch run for Kyler Marquis and eventually moved into first base defensively. That'll bring up Jose Cadenas, the Mocs, an out away from sweeping the doubleheader. First pitch to him, down low, ball one. That was one of the better defensive plays we have seen on a foul ball in recent years. 1-0 on the way. In the dirt, saved by Duke, 2-0. Two-0 pitch on the way from Lane. Called strike, 2-1. Dawson, should he get the out, would have his first save of the season, tying runs at the plate. Sullivan and Glancy on third and second for the Spartans. The 2-1. Chopped foul, 2-2, and the Mocs are a strike away from what would be an outstanding day of baseball should they finish it up here. Two on the way. Popped up, out of play, and staying alive is Cadenas. And the 2-2 again. Down low, count runs full. Sixth full count for Mocs pitchers. Top of the order, Nick Winkelmeyer on deck for the Spartans. Huge pitch, biggest pitch of the doubleheader coming up from Dawson Lane. Infield back, outfield straight up. Payoff pitch, breaking ball, popped up right side. Sainert settles under it, and he'll make the catch, and the Mocs sweep the doubleheader on Senior Day. A fly out to right field retires the side. Tying run left at the plate for the Spartans, and the Mocs win this one by a final of 7-4. With the win, Florida Southern improves to 13-9. Tampa falls to 16-4. The Mocs improve to 5-5 at home and 12-8 in conference play. The Spartans fall to 7-4 on the road and 15-3 in Sunshine State conference play. A huge game all around for Florida Southern as Eric Linder takes the loss. Lane gets his first save of the season. An excellent job by him to come in the last inning and work out of the jam and bail out Mike Pelaez here in the seventh. Defensive play of the game, there were several. A couple of diving catches by Vaughn Brown in center field. A couple of slick plays at shortstop by Zach Scott. But arguably the most important was the diving stop in foul territory to make that huge second out on the fly out by McDonald on the catch by LaCory. An outstanding play there, an outstanding all-around day of baseball for the Mocs. They win game one, a final of 12-5. They win here in game two, a final of 7-4. That is all from us today. Thank you to my producer, Lawton Bauer, for being with me all day, as well as Chris Gonzalez and Jonathan Glass of the FSC Athletic Communications staff, as well as our historian, Wayne Keeler. And, of course, thanks to all of you for watching. The next game for the Mocs will be Wednesday the 5th as the Florida Tech Panthers come to town for a 5 p.m. first pitch. I'm Andrew Pauling, and on behalf of FSC Baseball and the SSC Digital Network, thanks for tuning in.